All right, so doing a bench press session and an overhead squat session, building up the chest and then just maintaining the legs. A huge weakness of mine is chest and just bench press in general. So working on that, it's a big goal of mine. It's always been a weakness and I've always wanted to make it a little bit stronger. So working on the bench press, working on the chest, I'm training bench press a lot more throughout the week, so it feels like every day is chest day slash bench day. It's funny because whenever I train people working on lower body, it feels like every day is squat day. So this is kind of like payback. I enjoy it though. It's not too crazy. Bench requires a little bit less rest time because it's not as demanding as a squat or a deadlift. So pros and cons, still able to work on other things and maintain my squat during this time. So let's get right into it. All right, warming up, let's just warm up the chest a little bit. I always see people refer to this as the Michael Phelps, just going hugs over and under, switching out arms. And then we got the shoulder circles. I'm gonna do some plyos before getting into my bench presses. So in the process of maintaining my leg strength, working on a little bit of agility, or not agility, a little bit of some explosiveness and resilience in my joints, just to make it a little bit easier on pickleball. All right, starting off with some pogos. I'm not sure how this sounds on the camera. But I got the microphone on here, just hopping it out. All right, got some split stance plyos. All right, get some Cossacks. Okay, 95s. Let's hit it. 4 seconds down, 4-second pause at the bottom, explode back up. All right, 95, let's go into 125. Our goal is 155. This might be a big jump, but it's okay. We're gonna go for it. Last week, we did the Larson press where our legs were fully extended at the bottom. So kind of like this. Ooh, just to work on some technique. I'm super leg driven, so a lot of my strength comes from my lower body. So trying to eliminate that, I see a lot of power lifters using that. That was my first time doing it and it felt pretty good. It felt like it was just literally the upper body, so that was a good thing. That was the intention. But now we're gonna add the the lower body back in. Whew. Just to give ourselves enough juice to hit these 155s. I realized that if I fail these, it's gonna crush the mic. So let's just not fail it. Oh God. All right, that felt really slow. Whew. Oh man, yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make that one, but that was the first set, so I think we're going a little bit too heavy. But I like this weight right now. We're going to reduce the tempo a little bit just to accentuate that pause. So reducing down to 2, maybe that's pussing out a little bit, but we're just gonna make that change. So 2-4x0. So 2 seconds down, 4 seconds pause at the bottom, explode back up, but we're gonna keep that weight high on this one. That's the goal, trying to get heavier on the bench press, so we're gonna keep that load up. Today was check-in day, and it's pretty exhausting going through one day of checking in with everyone. Right now, a lot of my clients send me videos where they recap their week, talk about any wins that they had, any nutrition questions, workout problems, and then I analyze it. I analyze their metrics, their nutrition, their workouts from the week, any workout videos that they posted. So if they have any form corrections that they need help with, I kind of correct it, and then I give them feedback in a Loom video back. So I create a video, I just send it over in a link form, and then they watch it, and then we pretty much make changes from there. So that's a new thing that I've added into the coaching process, and it's been a big help. I do enjoy watching the videos a ton. So I love seeing clients like talk about their week and talk about their progress, and just seeing the facial expression makes a huge difference in terms of like understanding the macro picture. Because right now, or before, we were using check-in forms, and there's only so much you can say in text form when it comes to how was your week. So this just makes it a little bit more personable. I like the process more. Hopefully clients find value in just kind of internally thinking about the week and just thinking about thoughts. So it's kind of like what I'm doing right now, just talking, thinking about like what I'm thinking, or maybe it's not thinking about what you're thinking. It's just spitting out what comes to mind. So maybe it's kind of like this video. So I find a lot of value in it. Hopefully my clients do too. A lot of them have told me that it's a pretty good thing so far. Some of them have kind of had resistance with it, but I'm noticing like over the weeks it's getting a little bit more natural for people, and their voices are sounding a little bit more upbeat too. So okay, next set. I think we're gonna make it. We're gonna hit all 4 sets of 6. So 6 at 155. Ooh. All right, let's see it. 6. Okay, we got one more. I'm gonna grab a clock because we need to maximize this rest time. Full 2 minute. Might even go 2.5. Whew. But doing good so far. 155, this is tough. Tough with the pause. My workouts have been some form of bench press every single time. Regular flat bench, incline bench, the Larson press, that was pretty much a variation of this day though. And then the dumbbell flat bench, that's on a different workout day, so I'm not doing the same bench press on the same day. Push-ups, this is not a bench, but that's definitely my accessory work on the non-bench days. So still getting enough rest between, so not overloading all the time, but getting a lot of stimulus in the upper body, enough where it feels like my normal training. Doing like Olympic lifting training or like strength training with just regular compound lifts, I'll always be grinding in terms of lower body. And I never really bench pressed much, especially in CrossFit and Olympic lifting. So I'm trying to convert that feeling that I had into upper body and making sure that I hit that struggle, that grind for my weakness pretty much. So yeah, I feel like this is an 80% chance that we hit all of them. So good chances, good odds. Oh my God. Barely got it. We made it. I cut it off short a little bit because my dad just got home. We're gonna clean this up and then we got some snatches. Back in the day, I dropped the barbell on my wrist when I was doing a snatch balance. So pretty much from this rack position behind me, you come up, launch the bar up, and then catch it into a squat. I don't remember what happened, but I think it was when I was racking it back up, I just dropped it on my wrist. So kind of a dumb mistake, but that caused a lot of issues whenever I'm in that overhead position. So to this day, I definitely feel something in the wrist. But yeah, not really pulling the same amount of weight as before, but now it feels more upper body versus lower body. So still got to work on it. So this is technically mobility work. All right, let's go for some overhead squat warm up. So that position right there, when I kind of racked it back up, I think that's where I got the bar dropped in. I think I have the clip somewhere. I'll have to find it, but yeah, it kind of dropped on my wrist and then it's never been the same, but it's all good, we're here. Okay, 95 felt funky on the wrist. I've been doing a little bit of grip work too, so maybe the forearms are preventing some range of motion on the wrist. We'll see. Let's see, let's try a little bit of some warm up on it, and then hopefully that will make it feel a little bit better. When I mess up my wrist, the pain is in that front side. So pretty much what that tells us is that it's a bone / like ligament block, versus if it were on the bottom of my wrist here, it would be more of something I can stretch out. So because of that, there's probably some sort of bone kind of blocking it, and that's what's making it kind of tough to get into. My left side is fine, but whew, let's go ahead and mobilize. Hopefully we can get some range of motion out of it. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be pulling against the band here. So the band is pulling my wrist backwards, moving that bone. And then from here, I'm going to lean forward to get that stretch. Hopefully my body responds well to this and allows us to get into that deeper range of motion with less pain during that overhead position. So let's try a couple of these. Oh man, I wasn't even thinking about the position of this mic with my mouth. Hopefully the audio is good. All right, let's try this out. Let's try. I only did it on one wrist just to see if that helps. Jeez, that is pretty painful. Oh man, yeah. If I use a wrist strap, it would feel a lot better. But damn, that's disheartening. Do I want to bust out the wrist straps right now? Not really. Trying to keep this one quick. I'm gonna go with Goldie to get some Fat Ash cookies. They just opened a store. They're these huge cookies with a very doughy inside. And some people might not like that soft inside, but I think that's one of my favorite types of cookies. So not crunchy cookies, but very doughy on the inside. Gonna get some. I looked through their menu. There's too many good things. I think I'm gonna go with cookies and cream, but yeah, looking forward to trying it in a second. Gonna bring Goldie, just me and Goldie. Tiff is doing nails, so she'll be gone for a bit. Whew. But yeah, let's get it. Final set. Let's see, let me go watchless. Let's try that. This should feel, we're gonna go for the gram too, so let's go forward. You might see me facing the camera for a lot of lifts. I only do this for the sake of viewing, Like it's a little bit easier to see movement when you're facing and there's no blocking with the rig. But when I'm not filming, which is rare, I usually just face the rig. So, all right, let's hit this. Whew, overhead squat, nothing crazy with weight. Let's just mobilize the wrists. All right, let's try this out. Oh my God, that feels way better without the watch. Crazy, oh my gosh. All right, that's pretty wild. All right, gotta do that more often. My elbow just got caught in these rings. I don't recommend keeping them there, so I'm gonna remove those. Okay, we did it. That was a good session. Did our bench press with a pause. We were able to make the 155s, and then we did our overhead squats, a couple sets of 5, 3x5, just to work on mobility, test out the wrists a little bit. Mainly a fun movement. I really like overhead squats, and it's a shame that I don't do them as much. So bringing them back, doing more fun things for the sake of them, while making sure I do things that I don't necessarily want to do. Now I want to do them more like bench press, but working on the weaknesses so that they will eventually not be a weakness. So whew, that's all. That's it for today. Thanks for watching me on this workout. It's cool talking to the camera. Talk to you later.